Welcome, everyone, to Annapolis, Maryland, home of the Navy Midshipmen. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Bowling Green Falcons. Squaring off with another team from the back, the Navy Midshipmen. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University. Navy ready for kickoff as we get this game started. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. So Bowling Green's offense will take the field first. Last week was a tape they'd rather just put right in the dumpster and forget about it. David, how does a guy bounce back from a game like the one he had last week?
Well, hopefully he burned that tape, because that was not pretty. That was not what...
There he goes! He has the first and still on his feet. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Anderson wants to throw. Complete to the right. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. Finds his tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. On the move, it's Ray. Shakes off the defender. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the Falcons trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying play action. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the field 75 yards and put 6 on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Navy's offense will go to work for the first time today. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. Be interesting to see what they do today.
Good, solid tackle. Navy now facing 3rd and short. They'll try to sneak it. Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Fullback's got it. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Hebert. That's reeled in. It's Courtney. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. They go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. All down at the 39-yard line, but he's got 15 yards on the play and a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Courtney. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. Now on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. The give to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half, after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Anderson will throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Lanier. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be a little bit short of that first down marker, and this defense did a tremendous job not to lose contain on the scramble. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Annapolis. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the hallowed grounds of the U.S. Naval Academy.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the midshipman offense making its way back onto the field. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The option look. He'll do it himself. Gets it past the marker. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Hebert. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Touchdown, Navy! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
And how about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Bowling Green has it back. The Falcon offense will go to work. They're still looking for a little... Breaks into the open. Quick step and go. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. So now it's 2nd and long. Anderson wants to throw. Makes the grab. Terrific job getting to him. There was nowhere to go. Started this drive with a bang, but now it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. We've reached the break, and Navy holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. The give to the tailback. Oh, he's got a chance. He's loose. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the 1st on the ground like that. We're in a 1-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Here comes Navy back to the line after picking up the 1st down. Give to the big fullback. Can't get him to the ground.
One thing you know with this guy, fullback, he's not going to fumble the football, and I think that's why they're handing it off to him in the 4th quarter with the lead.
Sends it back in motion. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the 1st one they've used this half. He'll ride his man on the option. They will stop him short, and the defense trying to keep him alive. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Absolutely center cut. And now it'll take a touchdown to at least tie them a 6-point lead here in the fourth.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Bowling Green has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Grab near the marker. It's Harris. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Fires to the big fella.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your second and third read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Anderson will throw. Looking to the big tight end. Grabbed in the middle, it's Harris. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. Wants to go up top. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Big fella moving. Touchdown, BG. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
That touchdown ties the game, so you're expecting them just to kick the extra point, take a 1-point lead. Seconds left now. You got to play great defense here to try to ice this game and get the win.
A huge point after this for the lead. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
14, Navy, 13.
He'll bring it out. It's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The give to the back. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. With the catch, it's Courtney. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. The play action fake. Under fire. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up fourth down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. The give to the fullback. They make the stop, but not before he picks up a first down for Navy. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. To the air, it's Hebert. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left. Wants to throw on first down. Catch and stride inside the 15. Touchdown, midshipmen. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Out of the gun, looking to throw. They're working that left side. Just couldn't nudge it across for the two-point conversion. They'd hoped to go up by a touchdown, but they're still up by 5 here in the fourth. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. First play of the drive wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Warren. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Looking downfield on first down. He's taking a deep shot. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Ball is incomplete. Falls to the turf, and that's going to do it, and it went right down to the final play. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins